Good morning, Bahamas. Today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, and you're tuned into the Blaze 98.3 FM. I'm Westerlyn Ferguson. Thank you so much for joining us. The Minister of Health, Dr. Michael Darville, says while health experts believe the Bahamas is at the tail end of the fourth COVID wave, there are still challenges in the healthcare facilities. He said until those challenges are resolved, the government will have to move slowly with easing COVID-19 restrictions.
And we have been looking at it now for the last 2 weeks. If we look at the history of the fourth wave, and we look at Epi Week 1, which is the first week in January, we had cases in excess of 2,800 to 900. And if we look at Epi Week 6, which is this week, or last week I should say, we're looking at cases at around 123. This is definitely demonstrating that we're moving in the right direction. And we are still in the fourth wave, but we believe that we are at the tail end. For us, restrictions is not just numbers. Restrictions is directly tied in with what is happening at our tertiary facilities. We still have some challenges at the Princess Margaret Hospital, the Rand Memorial Hospital. And until we are satisfied that a lot of the challenges that we currently face are being resolved, we will have to move slowly rather than moving quickly, because the healthcare facilities are absolutely necessary in order for us to be able to reduce the mortality as well as the morbidity as a result.
Dr. Darville is also expressing concerns over the low numbers in the vaccine uptick by teens. He said 11,918 children from ages 12 through 17 are fully vaccinated against COVID-19, but he would like to see that number to be much higher.
As of yesterday, about 11,918 individuals who between the ages of 12 to 17 received the vaccine, which represent only 31% of that population group. We would like to improve upon that, but they're still classified as juvenile and still under the care of family members, so we're pleading to the adult population, mothers and fathers, to work to help us to get these kids between the ages of 12 to 17 vaccinated. We'd like for that to go up to about 70%.
This is a developing story, and we will have more news for you as it becomes available. In related news, Canada is expected to eliminate its pre-arrival COVID-19 PCR test requirements for fully vaccinated travelers by the end of the month. This is according to Federal Minister of Health Jean-Yves Duclos, who on Tuesday announced that as of February 28th, a negative rapid antigen test or a PCR test result will be accepted to meet entry-level requirements. Only those randomly selected for a PCR test at the border will have to take one, but will not have to quarantine while waiting for results. However, those hoping for a complete revocation of border measures, including vaccine mandates at land crossings, will have to wait. Like the Bahamas, Canada's federal government announced its plans to gradually roll back the country's entry rules, claiming the decision was based on public health data suggesting the current Omicron variant wave has passed its peak. Although an all-clear has not yet been given, Canadian Minister of Tourism Randy Boissonnault states this announcement is an important step on our pathway to a safe and prudent reopening. This is a gradual process that puts science and evidence at the center of our decision-making. Changes slated to go into effect at 12:01 a.m. on February 28th include a return to the pre-Omicron random testing program for vaccinated passengers, a relaxation of current rules that require even fully vaccinated and boosted passengers to present a negative COVID-19 test before entering the country. Vaccinated travelers entering Canada after the end of this month won't need to arrange a pre-arrival PCR test, but those without at least 2 shots will be subject to mandatory arrival testing. Rules for the unvaccinated will remain the same, and those travelers will be subjected to arrival and 8-day tests, as well as mandatory 14-day quarantines. Unvaccinated foreign nationals will continue to be denied entry into Canada unless exempted. The government is also now offering travelers the option to use rapid antigen tests instead of just molecular PCR tests, but only if administered by a laboratory or healthcare provider. Those who choose the rapid antigen test route should be tested the day before they begin their journey or are expected to arrive at a Canadian border station and must be authorized by the country of origin of travel. And finally, in our newscast this morning, February has been dubbed Insure Your Love Month for many insurance companies globally. And the Blaze 98.3 FM spoke with Tyrone Miller, one of BAF Financial's newest sales managers, about BAF's Is Your Love Insured campaign that officially launched February 1st and runs till February 28th. Although BAF offers a wide selection of insurance products, Mr. Miller shared some of what BAF offers and how it will secure the insured and provide a safety net for the beneficiary.
It's so difficult to just pick two because we have so many plans that fits different persons. We have like the 30 pay life where you can have a Christmas bonus to give your child. We have the parents promise. We have there are so many, but I would say my favorite two are one with the endowment until the age 65. The reason I love this plan is because there was a census taken in the country, whereas most persons are saying that they don't have more than $1,000 on their account. Now this plan is one of our savings plan that helps persons to budget how they are going to carry out their finances in the future. This is where you save some funds at age 65, you get the full face value. And God forbid something happens before you reach age 65, your beneficiary still gets the full amount. So I would recommend, rather than putting the money underneath your mattress where it doesn't get any interest, invest it here with us at BAF and you will get that money. And additionally, if something happens before that, then your beneficiary gets the money. The second one, I would say, is similar to the endowment until age 65. It will be the 25 years endowment. It's a saving plan, not for you, but for your child's future. Whereas you can put monies aside for their schooling, and at the end of their savings, you can actually get some cash to put in their hands for them to start their future.
Insurance is a means of protection from financial loss. It is a form of risk management, primarily used to hedge against the risk of a possible or uncertain loss. Mr. Miller further stated why it is so very important to ensure your love is insured as soon as possible.
We are in the season of love, and I look on the side of the road, you see a plethora of persons selling baskets, and the baskets are filled with newspaper and shavings. There ain't nothing much in them. The best way to show that you are in love and you love someone is by leaving an inheritance. The Bible says that a righteous man leaves an inheritance, not for his children, but his children's children. So I would say, rather than spending monies on newspaper, spend the money and leave them with an inheritance, and we are the right partners to ensure that that inheritance gets into the right hands.
The BAF Exuma office is located in the Louise Cooper Building in Georgetown, opposite the St. Andrews Community Center. Call 336-3035 for more information about life, health, auto, home, or marine insurance, investments, pensions, and employee benefits. Stay with us. The latest COVID report and a look at your local weather forecast is up next after the break.
When your life is bumper to bumper and you're always on the go, you need someone working for you. From politics and social awareness to culture and the weather forecast, we give you the information to help shape your day. Be empowered and informed by turning your dials to the Blaze 98.3 FM, Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. We are proud to present you news from a local perspective. Curiosity, context, truth. It's your story if you have the daring to tell it. I'm Samarco Lightborn, reporting for Exuma's #1 radio station, The Blaze 98.3 FM.
Hey, I just reached. I asked him now because they close in like 5 minutes. Okay, hold on. Oh, sorry. Hi. I heard y'all added more things to pay, like government fees or something.
Yes, sir. We're now accepting payments for Department of Immigration, Department of Labor, and the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
Okay, good. I come to pay a police record and a labor certificate.
Okay, no problem. What's the name?
Uncle Boogaloo.
What's the first name?
Uncle.
And the last.
Boogaloo. You in the system.
Are you paying by cash, sir?
Coins.
Pardon?
Oh, and you could put a couple of them coins on my BPL bill. They just cut me off last night. I don't know what happened. Hey, Uncle, you straight. Yeah, don't forget my whole fish now.
Pay your government fees today at Cash and Go.
Welcome back. The Bahamas Ministry of Health reported 22 COVID-19 cases yesterday. The overall total now stands at 32,972. There were 119 recoveries reported for the day, with the total recoveries now at 25,559. There are 766 deaths. There are 42 hospitalized cases, 3 patients are being treated in the intensive care unit, and the remaining 38 cases are considered moderately ill. As always, the Blaze 98.3 FM continues to advise its listeners to tune into this radio station for any updates provided by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Now here's Gigi Presenti with your local weather forecast.
Good morning. Here's a look at your local weather forecast for Wednesday, February 16, 2022, as issued by the Bahamas Department of Meteorology. General situation. A stationary front across the southeast Bahamas will continue to support mostly cloudy skies as it gradually weakens, while a strong high pressure centered north of the Bahamas continues to generate fresh and strong winds over the islands. Special warnings. Hazardous beaching and boating conditions remain, and beachgoers should refrain from entering the waters due to rough surfs and the high risk of dangerous rip currents. Small craft operators are urged to remain in or near port. For all areas, weather partly cloudy, very windy and cool, with a chance of a few brief passing showers, mainly along the frontal boundary. Small craft should remain in or near port. Winds northeast to east at 20 to 25 knots, with higher gusts in the northwest and southeast Bahamas, and 25 to 30 knots in the central Bahamas, becoming 20 to 25 knots for all areas. Sea 7 to 10 feet in the northwest and southeast Bahamas, 8 to 12 feet in the central Bahamas, subsiding 7 to 10 feet over all areas. Sunsets at 6:04 p.m. Today's daytime high temperature 72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius. Overnight low 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. We're currently experiencing high tide, low tide 1:59 p.m. I am Gigi Presenti, and this has been a look at your local weather forecast.
Thanks, Gigi, and thanks to our listeners who faithfully tune in daily for our morning, midday, and evening newscasts. We are now streaming on our Facebook page, The Blaze 98.3 FM, Exuma, Bahamas. So if you've missed any of our radio broadcasts, you can catch up on the latest news, highlights, COVID dashboard updates, weather forecast, music, and more. We keep it blazing on the Blaze 98.3 FM. Tune in at 1 p.m. for our midday news highlights and again at 7 p.m. for the evening news broadcast with Sir Marco Lightbourne. I'm Westerlyn Ferguson. Have a great day, Bahamas.